These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Jordan Bonke with your afternoon update from the ABC15 Arizona newsroom. Turning now to new developments in our coverage of teen violence. The beating death of Preston Lord now has officially been ruled a homicide by the medical examiner. Lord was beaten at a Halloween party in Queen Creek, and days later, the 16-year-old died. Still, no arrests have been made, and ABC15 talking one-on-one with the Queen Creek's police chief about where things stand in the case. His department submitted recommended charges weeks ago against 7 people, but those remain under review by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
In terms of the medical examiner, the news from the medical examiner, does this mean that arrests can happen?
It's a piece of evidence or information that needs to be processed as part of the whole. So really, as we talked about, the arrests are pending the review.
So the arrests weren't hinging on the medical examiner's report. It's more of one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. So I won't say it's solely hinging on that. It's one piece.
Queen Creek police looking to identify the driver of this car. Investigators say this person is a potential witness to a different incident that happened near the scene of Preston Lord's assault on the same night. We don't have details onto what that other incident was. Police do want to talk to the driver about what happened that night. And now to the latest on a nursing shortage here in Arizona. One school is working to keep up with demand. Pima Community College announcing a partnership with Arizona Complete Health, and this will provide $500,000 for a scholarship fund and $100,000 program development. All of this to help fill a huge gap for nursing hires. There's expected to be about 28,000 fewer registered nurses in Arizona next year, according to the National Center for Health Workforce Analysis. And now to another update on the WM Phoenix Open, where changes are on the way.
For this 90th year coming up in 2025, you can bet that we're focused on improving the processes and improving the experience for everybody, from the players to the fans to, our police officers and everybody involved.
Among the things that are being considered, that's potential changes to alcohol sales. And as for those fans who were turned away on Saturday, organizers say they'll make it right. If you email the address on your screen, that's orders@WMPhoenixOpen.com. You must have a proof of purchase, and they will check those tickets to see if they were scanned or not. And a concerning trend across the nation. The head of the U.S. Marshals is warning of an increase in threats, including swatting calls targeting local lawmakers, federal judges, and members of Congress. Scripps News' Stephanie Langberg has more.
Picture this. 1 minute you're on your couch watching TV, and the next your home is surrounded by a SWAT team. The FBI first warned about swatting in 2008, and back then, the department said the schemes can be pretty sophisticated. Cybercrimes expert Kevin Hendricks says that's not the case today.
A lot of these swatters are not very sophisticated. They're pretty much Googling a name, trying to find an address for that name, and then Googling what police department oversees where that person lives, and then calling that police department.
Some states, like California and Virginia, have passed laws to increase the penalty for swatting. Senator Rick Scott is one member of Congress pushing for a new law on the federal level, in part because he was a victim of a swatting call in December. The bill would impose strict penalties for these fake emergencies, with the suspect facing up to 20 years in prison if someone is seriously hurt and facing life in prison if someone is killed. Other swatting victims include Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, Special Counsel Jack Smith, and even presidential candidate Nikki Haley. Well, she was gone when the swatting call happened, but her parents were home at the time.
The last thing you want is to see multiple law enforcement officials with guns drawn pointing at my parents. It is an awful situation. It put the law enforcement officers in danger. It put my family in danger.
But even if no one is hurt or killed, the impact of swatting is very real.
These aren't nuisances. These aren't, this isn't kids playing around the telephone. These are crimes, and people are being targeted, and it's a waste of resources at a minimum.
The FBI started a database in May 2023 to track swatting calls around the country, and over 550 incidents have been reported in the past 9 months. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
Happy Friday, and time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. We've made it to Friday, and we've felt the warm-up all week long. Temperature is back into the 70s this weekend. For Phoenix today, a 74 for a high. That's a repeat of yesterday's high temperature. Should be a really nice day overall with sunny to mostly sunny skies across Arizona. A little milder, too, up north. That high 50 today in Flagstaff, 63 in Kingman, and we're looking at low 70s out to our west. And the weekend gets even warmer across our state with mid 70s for highs in western Arizona. We could even sneak up to 80 tomorrow in spots like Yuma. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s here in the valley, and in northern Arizona, it'll be 50s to 60s through the weekend. A very nice weekend to be outdoors if you've got an opportunity to do so, whether it's here in the valley or even in northern Arizona. Flagstaff will be right around 50 degrees for highs with overnight lows in the 20s. Staying dry through the weekend, then next week warmer. Phoenix hits the 80s Monday and Tuesday before we see a chance for showers across the state. By Wednesday, it'll be a very slight chance, though, here in the valley.
Another update tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com or by downloading the free ABC 15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.